Okay, this is just a really quick video on, as the title said, shout outs to some of my favorite larger channels. And, we all know about the Hickok 45s and the Nut and Fancies, etc., the guys with millions and millions of subscribers. But then there's some guys in there that are sort of in the middle, that are, 10,000 subscribers to, let's say, 100,000 subscribers, which is still a huge, huge amount. But, I follow a lot of different subscribers, small channels from 20 subs to 100 subs to, some of the larger ones. But there are some that I consistently always go back to. And I think what's also important, there's some that not only do I just go back to, there's other guys even with larger channels. What I like is they even take the time to respond to a comment. And, if you think about that, many of us have smaller channels with, 1,000 or a couple of thousand subs, and we know how much work goes into that, little channel. Imagine like a guy with, 50,000 subscribers, but he still takes his time to read the comments, and obviously he can't respond to all the comments, but, still, says thank you or this or that, which, I don't know, I appreciate when someone does that. And it's not necessarily mandatory. Some of the channels on here, have never responded back when I left a comment, and but I still think they're great channels. So with that being said, the first one is, and these are in no particular order. First one is the firearm guy. And if you guys don't know who he is, he's just an amazing fella. He is very knowledgeable. He does great reviews. He has good shooting videos, outside on his range, and he talks in depth about safety and real life situations. Just an amazing guy. And you know what? He does write you back. If you leave a comment, he'll say thanks or this or that or more. And I appreciate that. Next one, if you haven't heard of this guy, Tom, Weapons Education. I really like him. He's a pretty big channel. I think he's got like 100,000 subscribers, but he's another guy who will actually take the time and write you back. And he's got probably one of the most extensive and expensive gun collections on YouTube, quite frankly. The guy's a very educated guy. He's in a big business that he owns, but he still takes time to devote time to the NRA and to his passion of guns and firearm safety, and especially women's gun education. He sometimes has his wife do some videos. I just think he's a fantastic guy. And speaking of fantastic, is also Jarhead6. Jarhead6 was one of the first subscribers I ever got on my channel. And, considering he's a, good sized channel, I'm not sure now, 30, 40,000 subs, I haven't done it, but he's subscribed and he watches my videos from time to time and always writes back when I leave a comment. And I just think he's a very awesome guy. And obviously Jarhead, he was in the military, so, my hat's off to him and much respect to anyone in the armed forces. And if you haven't seen him, check him out. Next one is more, of a business, Glock store, if you haven't heard of it. And the guy's name is Lenny McGill. And not only does he make some incredibly beautiful customized Glocks, which, sometimes are a little bit out there, like pink and whatever, Tiffany blue colored ones and so forth. He also does some pretty good, I like some of his range videos that he does, because he's very lucky that he has a range inside his business, something I wish I could do. And he does, some really quick shooting and, educational things. So, great guy, check him out. Another channel is Lugermonger. This guy is all about knives, fantastic channel. Does butterfly knives, Benchmade knives, all different types of knives, but extremely knowledgeable, and one of my favorite knife channels. Next great channel out there is Spec Op 4. Just a great guy, all around smart guy, really knows his guns and knives. He really does put a lot into his channel, and he's just someone who's really an asset to the gun community. And then last but not least is my good friend, the old 1911. And I have to say, this guy has got an unbelievable collection of firearms, and he really goes into detail in describing the firearms, and he'll tell you the good and the bad about things. He doesn't just say, "Hey, I bought a $4,000 gun and it's perfect." If it's not perfect, he'll tell you about it. And he also goes into things about being aware of your surroundings and so forth, and that's really important. And also, I have to say, he's probably the inspiration for me actually having a gun channel. I've been watching him for years, many years actually, before I even started my own channel. And I just like the way he talked and the way he describes things, and I've become quite friendly with him. We comment back and forth as well, email once in a while, and discuss things to do with guns and knives. I got him into knives a little bit. He bought a beautiful Chris Reeves knife a month or so ago, and he blamed me for that, so for getting him into that. But anyway, so this is just a quick group. I might do a part 2 on this, but I normally do shout outs to smaller channels, but these are to some bigger channels that maybe some of them won't even know I did this, and they certainly don't need me to do this whatsoever. But I always like to find out about new channels, and sometimes I'll find the channel and I'll be like, how the heck did I not know about this guy? And so by watching other people's shout outs. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, just paying it forward. Anyway, so check out these guys. I'm going to put a link to each one of them in the description below. And that's it. Appreciate you watching. Thanks very much.